Greetings and welcome to the Astronomy Picture of the Day podcast. Today's picture for December 8th of 2024 is titled Aurora around Saturn's North Pole. So what do we see here? Well, here we see an image of the planet Saturn, and this is observed by the Hubble Space Telescope here from Earth, looking out toward the giant planet. And it was actually worked in combination with the Cassini craft, which was out as well at the planet. And this was done back in 2017. Now, this was important because during this time, the North Pole of Saturn was tilted toward Earth, giving us a view. So if Saturn were straight up and down, then we would not be able to see the polar regions, because they would be at the very top and bottom of the planet and be very difficult to see. In fact, the rings would appear edge on and be almost invisible. However, like Earth, Saturn is tilted, and at certain points in its orbit, we can see it and see either the North or the South Pole. Now, in this case, the North Pole was pointed in the direction of Earth, and that allows us to see the aurora there up very high near the North Pole of Saturn. Now, the aurora occur here on Earth for the same reason they occur on Saturn. It is charged particles from the sun that strike the magnetic field lines of the planet and then hit its atmosphere, causing the gases there to glow. So an aurora would therefore be visible on any planet that had two things. One of those, it has to have an atmosphere. Otherwise, the particles just strike straight into the planet and we would not see the kind of glow that we see for the aurora. The second is that it has to have a magnetic field to focus those particles. Otherwise, they hit all over the planet and you would not see the distinct bright concentrated glow that we see associated with auroral activity. So Earth and Saturn both have those, as do the other giant planets. And we could expect to see aurora on those as well. And of course, aurora have been seen on Jupiter as well. But for a planet like Mars, which has no magnetic field, even though it has a thin atmosphere. Same for Venus, no magnetic field. You don't get the concentrated aurora that you can see here on Earth. And that concentration is done by the magnetic field lines. Those solar particles are ionized, meaning that they have electrons ripped off of them, and therefore they follow along the magnetic field lines, striking into the planet's surface where those magnetic field lines enter, which would be in the general direction around the north and south magnetic poles of the planet. And that's where we see the aurora glow, and we see it very distinctly here. And in fact, more than a decade before this, you could have also seen aurora on the southern hemisphere of Saturn, when the lower portion of Saturn was tilted toward Earth. So again, the aurora are seen. Any planet that has an atmosphere and a magnetic field will be able to focus the solar particles and give us auroral displays, such as the one we see here for Saturn, and as of course if we've seen for Earth in the past. So that was our picture of the day for December 8th of 2024. It was titled Aurora around Saturn's North Pole. We'll be back again tomorrow for the next picture. So until then, have a great day, everyone, and I will see you in class.